Bien.
Vengan las manitas. Ahí van a
Good morning, Krishna sir. Krishna sir, good morning.
Ma'am, good morning.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Sir, good
Just
morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fine, sir. Thank you.
in just 2 minutes, we'll start the meeting, sir.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Yes.
Okay, madam, you can start.
Shall I start, sir?
You can start, madam.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hmm?
Good morning, all. Esteemed colleagues, distinguished speaker, and our respected principal, sir, Dr. A. Lakshman Rao Garu. Myself, Dr. S.K. Aminabi, professor in the Department of Pharmacology. It's a delight to welcome you all to the 5th day of our faculty development program on enhancing pharmacy education, integrating blending teaching for optimal learning, hosted by VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Gudlavaleru, in collaboration with IPA Gudlavaleru local branch. As we reach this pivotal day, let's reflect on the wealth of knowledge we have shared and the innovative strategies we have explored together. Our journey into blended learning has opened up new horizons in pharmacy education, and today we will continue to build on the foundation with fresh insights and practical applications. We have excited lineup for you today. Our distinguished presenter will guide us through advanced techniques in blending teaching and their impact on student engagement and learning outcomes. With further ado, I am thrilled to invite our esteemed principal and partner of this FDP, Dr. A. Lakshman Rao sir, to share his address and officially commence the 5th day of the event. Thank you.
Thank you,
Sir,
madam.
yes, sir.
Respected resource person of the today's session, senior academician and my good friend, Dr. Krishna Undela, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacy Practice, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Guwahati, Assam. Participants from various pharmacy colleges, a wonderful morning to one and all for the 5th day of the one-week online faculty development program on enhancing pharmacy education, integrating blended teaching for optimal learning outcomes, organized by VV Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Gudlavalledu, Krishna District, Andhra Pradesh, in association with IPA Gudlavalledu local branch. In day 5, Dr. Krishna Garu will deliver a lecture on insights into the blended teaching and learning methodologies. Just I'll give a brief outline about the today's talk. Blended teaching and learning methodologies combine traditional face-to-face instruction with online learning elements, creating a flexible and engaging educational experience. Key insights include personalization, accessibility, engagement, assessment, collaboration, teacher role. And overall, blended learning enhances educational effectiveness by leveraging the strengths of both online and in-person teaching methods. With this brief outline, I wish that today's FDP program a grand success, and thank you one and all. Now I hand over to Dr. Sheikh Amina Bigadu, Professor and Head Department of Pharmacology and convener for today's FDP program, to introduce the today's resource person to the participants. Over to Amina Bigadu.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Krishna Undela earned his M.Pharm in pharmacy practice from Naipur, Mohali in 2012 and his PhD from JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research, Mysore in 2019. Sir began his career as a lecturer at JSS College of Pharmacy, Mysore, and is currently an assistant professor at Naipur, Guwahati. Dr. Krishna has extensive experience in epidemiology studies across hospital and community settings. Sir was awarded the 2015 Endeavour Executive Fellowship by the Australian government, which allowed him to undertake advanced training in pharmacoepidemiology and the quality use of medicines at the University of South Australia. Sir has received travel grants from the International Society of Pharmacoepidemiology for conference in Hong Kong in the year 2013, Taiwan in the year 2014, Thailand in the year 2015, the USA 2011, Australia 2017, and Korea 2021, Taiwan in the year 2022, and India 2023. Sir also received a travel grant from the International Society of Pharmacoeconomics and Outcomes Research for the year 2016 European Congress in Australia. Most recently, Sir attended the Global Circlat Network Conference 2022 in Cape Town, South Africa as a fully sponsored delegate. Sir research interests include medication therapy management, evidence synthesis, pharmacovigilance data mining, and Circlat economics. With over 110 scientific publications to his name, Sir is actively involved in several professional committees and organizations such as ISOP, South Asian Chapter, and ISPS, Asian Conference on Pharmacoepidemiology. Additionally, Sir coordinates the Adverse Drug Reaction Monitoring Center at Naipur, Guwahati. With this brief introduction, I'll hand over the session to you, Sir. Krishna, sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that kind introduction. And thanks to the principal, sir, and management for inviting me for this very important FTP I think you're conducting for the faculty of various institutes of pharmacy in Andhra Pradesh and various parts. And it's very emerging area as well, where the teachers must be knowing what are the different teaching learning methodologies are available. And we need to quickly adopt it. Being a teacher in pharmacy, we need to quickly adopt them and then try to explore them so that we can improve our teaching learning methodology so that we can create more interest among the students, even for learning as well. So these are all the things we need to adopt. I think from last few days, we have seen many techniques, what we're going to follow basically for teaching learning methodologies. And the theme is very apt, I feel, where you have mentioned the blending teaching learning methodologies, the importance of these methodologies in teaching the students. And especially we need to take in pharmacy because this methodology is already followed in various disciplines, including engineering. But the pharmacy, I think so, it is not yet well established. We need to take up as a pharmacy student, pharmacy teachers, and then improve the learning of these pharmacy students. It may not be possible in all the domains, means all the branches, but wherever it is possible, especially for the higher level of courses like post-graduation or maybe for PharmD, when they come to 5th year and 6th year, these methodologies we can certainly apply and then try to improve the learning aspect of these students. That's what my basic understanding. And today, as a topic goes like insights into the blended teaching learning methodology, I did not prepare any of PPT. It should not be any didactic lecture once again. So I'm not having any PPT for today's session. We thought we can have a discussion rather than I'm going to open up my PPT and then just talking. Let us have some discussion because we're all teachers. I'm also, it is not that a very experienced teacher. I started my teaching journey 12 years back. 12 years back exactly. So I think I feel that this session we can have more interactive. Let us share our thoughts on this topic, blended teaching learning methodology. It is not that I'm going to teach you something new in this session. Already you could have some understanding what exactly the meaning of this blended teaching learning. And principals are also mentioned like the blended itself is a meaning of combining different aspects, right? So in addition to the didactic lectures, what we're going to have every day with the students, like the boardroom teaching, the classroom teaching, and then we are going to teach on the board. In addition to that, if you combine any other new technologies, especially by using the computers and any softwares and the online technologies, if you use it, we can basically call it as a blended teaching learning methodology. We are combining the blended in the sense we are combining different methodologies so that we can increase the understanding of the subject, and also the participation from the students will be much higher compared to a normal didactic lectures.
అదే మేడం 2 times ఓకే
ఆ 2 time 1 time అని మ్యాటర్ కాదు ఇక్కడ మనం కాన్సంట్రేషన్ ఎంత తీసుకుంటున్నాము కాఫీకి.
Can I request please other members to please mute in case if you're not speaking, and I request because all the teachers are there here, and if there's a possibility I request to just on your videos so I can see all of you. We can have more discussion. The teachers, if there's a possibility from your end, please switch on your video at least, may not be the mic, so that I can see all the participants. We can have more interactive session, please, everyone.
All the
So-
part. Yes, sir, please.
Yeah, please, ma'am. Yeah, I think whoever is convenient, not mandatory. Whoever is
Yeah.
convenient to open their videos, I'm
Yes,
happy
sir.
to see them, so that now we can have more discussion. Because I'm not having any PPT, I'm not going to cover up this screen.
Yes, sir.
So I want to see in the screen your faces, so that it'll be interesting for me as well. So I can see many teachers, especially the ladies faculty, are very high in number. I can see in Andhra Pradesh pharmacy colleges. Thanks to them for bringing up this education system, especially in Andhra Pradesh. I'm very proud to be part from Andhra Pradesh. I'm very happy to say that. And I studied my bachelor's in pharmacy and diploma in pharmacy in Andhra Pradesh. And then I moved to Punjab for master's, and then JSS I was there for some time, and then I came to Naipur Guwahati. So thank you all for joining for today's session on the blended teaching learning methodologies. I'm sure that all of you are adapting this thing. It is not that something new I'm going to tell you today. You're all adapting these things. And nowadays it's become very common as well. It is not that students are learning only from the classroom. They may be learning from different sources nowadays. And they are not even coming to library. Even though we have a sophisticated library facility in every institute, I can see the background of madam. There's a very good library background. But still, we don't see basically the students there. And nowadays, learning from the textbooks become very rare. Students are not going at all. When we force them to go to library and then see some books, then only they'll go there and then try to revise it and then get back quickly. They don't even know what textbook they revised, what textbook they referred, basically. At the end of that class, if you ask them, they may not be even knowing who is the author and what kind of textbook it is and what exactly the content available in the textbook. They will not be knowing, because now mostly they are depending upon these technologies. And after teaching any topic, immediately they will ask us, sir, can you please send us a PPT, PowerPoint presentation, whatever we are teaching them. And they will go through that and they will write the same thing in the examination, finish it. Nothing much. They don't even try to see the different sources available. And so in that case, it's a responsibility of the faculty, especially, to make them understand what all the other sources are available. It is not only textbooks, it is not only the PPT, what we're going to teach them. There are various other sources are available for getting the information on the same topic. And sometimes we cannot even force them to study only the textbook, because even we know that the textbook is not a latest information. And the textbook, we may get the information of last 10 to 12 years back information. And if any new drug released into the market in the last 2 years, they may not get that information in the textbook, right? So in that case, we need to tell them to go through other resources, other materials, go through the CDSCO website or maybe FDA website to get to know what all the new drugs released for treating this disease condition. For example, we are treating them diabetes mellitus. And in the textbook, we know maximum, I think up to, we have this pioglitazone, rosiglitazone, sitagliptin, right? DPP-4 inhibitor, GLP-1 analogs. Only those classes are there currently in textbooks. But there are some novel medications. The new class of medications came into market in the last 5 to 6 years. Like there is one important class of medications we are commonly using nowadays called SGLT2 inhibitors, the sodium glucose co-transporter 2 inhibitors. And they're going to mainly act on kidney. Unlike other antidiabetics, they're going to act mainly on the GAT and pancreas. These medications are going to be act mainly on the kidney and try to reduce the blood sugar level by eliminating sugar from the body by acting on kidney, sodium glucose co-transporter 2 inhibitors. And there are so many medications starting from 2013 onwards. First medication came into the market, canagliflozin. We can short form, we can call them as a gliflozins. The gliflozin in the sense, it's the end of that name of every medication. Like we have sitagliptin, teneligliptin. So all the gliptins, we can call them in short form. And we can call glitazones, pioglitazone, rosiglitazone in short form, glitazones we can call them. So similarly, we have gliflozins. The first one was canagliflozin, followed by dapagliflozin, empagliflozin, etugliflozin. There are so many medications came up now in the same class. So for example, you want your students to know about these things. not only textbooks are important for this. In textbooks, that information is not yet available. Maybe the latest versions, if you have 2021, 2022 versions, if you have, maybe in those, they could have mentioned about the class, may not be complete information. So in those cases, certainly we need to ask the student to depend on some other resources to get more information on these new medications, right? So they need to go to the website, they can go to the PubMed and search for some articles on these medications. They can get to know what's the latest information available on this medication. And you can ask them to go to the YouTube videos, not bad thing. YouTube videos, some good things also available there. We can ask them to go to some videos and then try to see the mechanism of action of these medications, because there they will explain very nicely in the YouTube videos. Let them know what's the mechanism of these medications, how exactly they're going to act on the body, and then try to reduce the blood sugar level. They can go for it. And they can go for monographs of this medication. The complete monograph will be available from the FDA website and MedWatch website. They can go there and they can get the complete monograph of each and every medication. That includes every information, starting from generic name, brand name, dose, route of administration, mechanism of action, adverse drug reactions, and drug-drug interactions, pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, everything. Every information available in that complete monograph of every medication. They can go through them and they can get more understanding. So like this, we need to teach, we need to facilitate. Nowadays, we are not calling us as a teachers. We are basically the facilitators. If you become a facilitator rather than a teacher, then we can think that you are already following the blended teaching learning methodology. If you're going to the class and teach them just by using the board or maybe just by using PPT, it's only a didactic lecture. In addition to that, if you start using any other mechanisms, any other methods to improve the learning of the student, then only we can call it as a blended teaching learning methodology. Okay, so the blended means we are going to multiply the different aspects. We are going to teach them by using different techniques. In that case, we can call it as a blended teaching learning methodologies. And these definitions are saying, basically, if you see the definition from the government organization, especially UGC, I can share the document with you. The UGC is having a concept note on this blended teaching learning methodology. I'm not sure how many have seen it. I'll just share with you once again, just for your understanding. Let us see some important things, what they mention in this concept note of the UGC about the blended teaching learning methodology. So this is a document prepared by the UGC, I think released in 2021. The blended mode of teaching and learning concept note prepared by the University Grant Commission, New Delhi. And here they defined very clearly what exactly the meaning of blended teaching learning methodology. That's what the understanding we are having currently. It is an instructional methodology, a teaching and learning approach that combines many two important things. One is the face-to-face classroom method. Another one is going to be the computer-mediated activities to deliver the instruction. If you can do that, that's what we can call it as a blended teaching learning methodologies. There are two things mainly we need to combine. It is not that completely we are replacing the face-to-face teaching or didactic teaching. In addition to didactic teaching, we are adding some other methods. Especially they can use the computers and other technology to get more information on a particular topic. We can call it as a blended teaching learning. It is not only teaching, it's a teaching plus learning. Teaching is happening from our end, and learning is happening from students' end. Both the things are happening at maximum when we follow this kind of methodology, blended teaching learning methodology. And for this methodology, even though they say that they need to use computers and technology, anything we can add upon in addition to these things. But basically what they say is like what we can add in addition to face-to-face teaching. We can add the video lectures, we can add the podcasts and recordings, articles. So they're all going to provide some more information, and they're going to transfer the main bulk of the necessary knowledge from a teacher to the student before each class. So basically how we are going to follow this blended teaching learning methodology is like, that's what I am following basically here in NIPER. Because in NIPERS, we are having only master students, only master's programs are there, and also PhD. There are no bachelors at present. And so masters, we have a flexibility. It is not necessary that no, we need to do the spoon feeding for them. They're already having some basic understanding on almost all the topics in pharmacy. So we have that flexibility to teach them such a way that they like it more, right? So what I used to do is, if I want to teach them the myocardial infarction, and I don't go with the PPT directly on the same class, I'll go to the class, I'll explain them in brief about what exactly the meaning of myocardial infarction and how it occurs, what all the risk factors, what is the pathophysiology, some brief information, whatever comes to my mind. On that day class, I'll explain them. And on that day, I'll ask them to go through the different materials, especially the textbooks. They can go for it. And most importantly, for any disease condition, we are going to have the guidelines which are prepared by the various organizations. For example, for myocardial infarction, we have American Heart Association guidelines are there. I'll ask them to go through the guidelines, the latest guidelines released by the AHA, American Heart Association, and also going through some other materials from YouTube or anywhere if they get to know about this myocardial infarction, anywhere. So what will happen here, instead of directly going and teaching them the topic they don't know, if you teach them, it is difficult for them to understand everything what you're teaching in the classroom. And in this case, because you are doing some overview of the topic in the first class, and then you have given them the opportunity to go through by themselves. When they go through, they can understand much better than when we are teaching. That is obvious. So when they go through different materials and having more understanding on the topic, come to the class next day, then if you start teaching the myocardial infarction, you can clearly see the difference between directly going and teaching and giving one day time, going through all the materials and coming back to the class, and then you start teaching what exactly the presentation you are having, PPT you are having. You can see now the kind of interaction we are going to have in the classroom and the kind of understanding the students are going to have. It is going to be much, much higher than a normal didactic lecture. On the first day, we are going and teaching the topic. That I observed personally. I thought I can share with all of you. So if you have more time, I think it will not be possible in all the cases like B Pharmacy, Pharm D. We have a huge, I think Pharm D, it's okay. There is no semester system. It's a year-wise system. We have much more time to teach them by using this blended. I think only in B Pharmacy, it's somewhat difficult. I know that the semester system, we have so much of syllabus to complete, and spending that much time, that means in the sense, in the first day, leaving the class and then giving the opportunity to learn on their own. And second day, we are starting the class. So we need more time to complete the syllabus. I don't think so it is possible for B Pharmacy. But wherever possible, it's a good method to follow. I think we need to, by doing all these things, we need to involve the students also in the teaching learning methodology. In the earlier cases, in the didactic lectures, when we have studied our B Pharmacy and maybe diploma in pharmacy, it was completely a didactic lectures, face-to-face lectures. Teacher will come and teach. So whatever they teach, we know that much. That's it. We don't know anything extra more than that, right? So we know only what teachers teach us. But there is so much extra is already there in the literature. When we go through them only, we can get that understanding, right? So that was not there earlier, but now at least the resources are available with us. The technology is available with us. It is very easy nowadays to follow this methodology, blended teaching learning methodology. Everywhere the access is there. The students are having smartphones. They can access any information. We are having laptops. We can access any information. So nowadays, following this blended teaching learning methodology is not that difficult. We can certainly follow them. And we are making the students also part of this teaching learning methodology. It is not that only teachers are teaching and then going out from the class. Now students are also part of it. So when you make the students also part of it in the learning process, it will be more active. I'm sure that at the end of the year, the student will like you so much as a teacher, and they want you only to be there for the next year also, right? For maybe other subject. So that's what is going to be happen. And the entire learning process is going to be much, much better when we follow this blended teaching learning methodologies. And very importantly, as I mentioned, when you are following this methodology, we are no more teachers. We are no more a standard teacher kind of person. We are going to be the facilitator. So we can call ourselves as a facilitator or mentor, basically, right? So teacher means just will come to the class and then teach and go. That's it. But here, by following these methodologies, by giving the opportunity to learn on their own to the students, we are going to be the facilitators rather than the normal didactic teachers, right? So that's what is going to be happen here in the blended teaching learning methodologies. And we can see here what is the importance of this one, why we need to follow this blended teaching learning methodology. They've explained very clearly here the important features of this blended teaching learning. What exactly is going to be happen if you follow this blended teaching learning? The increased student engagement in learning. The students are going to be participate in the learning. When the student participation is there in the learning process, that learning is much better than the learning which we are imposing on them. We are making them compulsory to learn. Rather than that, if you involve the students also in the learning process, it's ultimate. Okay, they can get a very good exposure. They like these classes so much. They want, even though you have only 2 classes per week, they'll ask you to come every day to the class because they're enjoying the learning. So they can certainly ask you. Enhanced teacher and student interaction certainly will be there, because it is not that completely 45 minutes you're only talking. Now students also talking in the classroom, they're interacting, they are discussing among themselves. So they're now, you can see that there is no student who is sleeping in the classroom. In that case, if you make them more interactive, and if you talk to them and then teach them, it's going to be more interaction in the classroom rather than a direct teaching. And the responsibility of learning. So everyone will feel responsible in the classroom. All the students, even the backbenchers, will feel responsible because you are involving them in the learning process. Otherwise, in a normal lecture, we focus mainly on the students who are sitting in the first benches, who are giving some response to our queries. We are mainly focusing on those students only. But if you give the responsibility of learning to the students only, now everyone is equally responsible for their learning, even from the backbenches. So everyone is going to study and then come to the classroom. Now you can focus on everyone. Everyone is going to get the equal opportunity for learning process. And the time management and flexibility. So here what's happening, you don't need to spend, for example, for myocardial infarction, usually I need to take 3 classes. If I ask students to go through and then come to the class, so I can complete the syllabus in 2 classes only, the entire myocardial infarction. Why? The students are already having some understanding on the topic. I don't need to spend more time to explain them in detail because they're already having some understanding. I can go very quickly if the students are coming prepared to the classroom. And improved student learning outcomes certainly will be there, because when they're learning more, they can remember more and the outcomes will be certainly better. Enhanced institutional reputations. So that's what I thought of telling to all of you. Even though there are so many pharmacy colleges in India, I think more than 3,000 pharmacy colleges. In Andhra Pradesh itself, we have so many pharmacy colleges. Why only few pharmacy colleges are having the name and fame? In the sense, it is completely based on their teaching learning methodologies. So I can proudly say why the people will say JSS means it is not only the good old college, the adaptation of this new teaching learning methodologies, and especially the learning methodologies which are following in foreign, they're following now only, there only for all the students, including PharmD. So they're going to be have this different types of learning experiences to the students, different types of examinations. It is not only the general lab experiment. They're going to be have advanced pharmacy practice experience, APPE, and introductory pharmacy practice experience, IPPE. So these kind of things they're following regularly. So that's the reason, because it is like a mouth publicity. We are going to get the publicity for our college from the students only. When the students say that, okay, here we have good teachers, they will teach us very nicely. And not only the classroom teaching boring lectures, they will teach us by using some of these different technologies. So suddenly the publicity will go outside and you can get more students, you can get more name and fame by using all these methods. Okay, it is not only for teaching and learning. Obviously, at a bigger picture, your institute, your university is going to get a very good name by following all these methodologies. And more flexible teaching and learning environment. So flexibility will be there. That's what I mentioned. We can have our flexibility. We can involve the students also. We can teach them how they enjoy, right? And more amenable for self and continuous learning. So it is a self-learning basically. Most of the time, students only will be learning. We are going to just guide them. We are going to just facilitate them for better learning. Otherwise, most of the learning will happening from the student side, basically. And the better opportunity for experiential learning. That's what is called as experiential learning. They're going to be experience and learning. Basically, this experiential learning will be coming for PharmD. The PharmD students, when they come for 5th year and 6th year, when they're going to hospitals, the learning is going to be happen there is called experiential learning, because we are going to teach them the pharmacotherapeutics 1, pharmacotherapeutics 2, pharmacotherapeutics 3, starting from second year. That's only the classroom teaching, because no, as per my understanding, what will happen, whatever we are teaching in pharmacotherapeutics, whatever we are teaching about the disease condition, especially medications, what we need to use, the first line, second line, and all, it's only theory. When they go to hospital in 5th year and 6th year, they will get to know that whatever we studied in theory, it is not going to be applicable same in the practical. The doctors may be using some other medications which are very latest that we did not even study in the classroom. In our textbooks, that is not there. They may be using some new medications. Okay. So now, even though we taught them the pharmacotherapeutics for 3 years, 1, 2, 3, right? But the real learning of pharmacotherapeutics is going to be happen in 5th year and 6th year only. When they go to the hospital, when they see the patient, when they understand what disease the person is having, what medication the doctor prescribed, if they get to know all these things, then only the real learning is going to happen. That's what is called as a experiential learning. If the student experience and then learn, the concept will be there with the student for a long time than a normal didactic lectures. Okay, so that's what we are going to have here. The important features, why we need to follow this didactic blended learning methodologies means these are all the things. Okay, so these are all the advantages we are going to have when we go for the blended teaching learning methodologies. And I also mentioned, like already, the blended teaching learning methodologies is going to shift the teacher role from the knowledge provider to the coach and mentor. You know that coach and mentor, what they will do, they don't play, and they don't even directly tell them, no, you need to do this, you need to do this. Not like that. They will mentor them. Basically, they will try to identify the problem in a particular player. For example, in cricket, if you say, and they will try to rectify the problem in that particular player. In the sense, it is not that the same coaching will be applicable for all the players. For every player, there may be some problems. They need to identify the problems, and they need to focus on the problem and try to resolve that problem, right? So that's what we need to do as a teacher. When we go to the classroom as a normal teacher, we are going to teach everyone similarly. We don't know how much they're understanding. But if you go to the classroom like a mentor, then you can focus on each and every one and then see how much knowledge they're having already on the topic. Then you will get to know how much time you need to spend on each and every student, right? So you can teach them better when you go to the class like a mentor or a coach or maybe like a facilitator rather than a teacher, basically. And it's going to be like shifting the entire traditional teaching. Earlier, it was only the teacher-directed teaching. Only the teacher will go and teach. It will be like a pin drop silent. No one will be speaking in the classroom. And just they will go, teach what they want to teach, and then come back from the classroom, right? That's what used to happen. Now, it got shifted completely based on this teaching learning methodologies. The methodology got completely shifted. Now it becomes a student-driven. It is going to be driven by the student. The student is going to become with a understanding. We can start discussion. Every student is going to be play a role there. Every student is explaining the concept of that particular topic. And we are here to facilitate them. In the sense, there's something called brain mapping. It's a brain mapping in the sense, it's one of the important learning technique we are following nowadays, brain mapping. So we are going to classroom and write one topic there, hypolipidemic agents. Okay, just write the topic, and just ask all the students. What comes to their mind when we say the. Can you hear me? Can you please confirm? Can anyone please confirm you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
You can hear me, right, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So that's what we are going to do here. Like it's going to be more student-driven rather than the teacher-directed teaching we are going to have in the blended teaching learning methodologies. And quickly go and have like what all the structures of education, blending structures. we are going to have different methods. We're going to have a blended face-to-face. So we're going to have a face-to-face driver model. We're going to teach them face-to-face. And then we are going to have, importantly, the blended online class. In the sense, first we can have on, then the students will come to the class and then we can discuss them. And basically in the blended teaching learning, that's what is called as a flipped classroom. Means we will give the homework to them and they will do the homework in the home, right? And then they'll come back to the class. But now what is happening? The homework they're going to do in the class and the teaching will be happening in the home. That's what is called as a flipped classroom. That's what is going to be happen nowadays. A very interesting one. So it is mean like, if you feel that no, there are already the lectures which are available, maybe our own lectures or maybe some senior professors' lectures are available on a particular topic, we'll ask them to videos at home. Then we can teach them once again the topic. We can have just discussion with. So now you can see the learners in replacing the class. You are having the discussion on the topic what already they have gone through. Because they have gone through the topic, they're having already some understanding. When you're discussing the same topic in the classroom, it is going to be more interesting for them and they will be more involved in the teaching, learning rather than in a normal didactic class. Okay, that's what is called as a flipped classroom. The flipped classroom model can be seen as a sub-model of the blended face-to-face and blended online class. A very important one. Now everyone is following that. Very easy as well. So what we used to do is like whenever we conduct any conference and we are going to record those lectures, certainly. And those records are available in the online in our Naipur Gauhati YouTube website. We have those videos available. If the same topic, if I want to teach to the students, I don't teach them directly. I'll ask them to go through those videos already available in the YouTube of Naipur Gauhati, and then come to the class tomorrow. Then we can have a discussion, or maybe we can have a question and answer session. So we can have any other activity on the topic. So now, because they have already gone through the videos, they're already having some understanding. They will actively participate in the class, and the learning is going to be much better. That's what is called as a flipped classroom method. And then we have a rotation model where we're going to rotate between the modalities, different modalities, whatever we are having, we can rotate in between them. And the self-blend model, like where the person is going to be learn on their own. The self-blend is a program level and model. And the learners using this model are enrolled in a school, but take online courses in addition to their traditional face-to-face courses. So in addition to the face-to-face, what we're teaching, if they take any other online certificate courses on the same topic, if they learn that extra, that's going to be an extra what they're going to learn. Apart from what we're teaching in the classroom, we can call it as a self-blended model. And then we have something called a blended MOOCs. The MOOCs means it's a massive open online courses. These courses are available currently in India in a SWAYAM platform. I'll show you that. And then we have a flexible mode courses where we can have flexibility on the instruction modes. We can have a different modes. So in this document, basically, I can share with you as well, or maybe you can download from the internet as well, the UGC concept note on the blended teaching learning. You can go through the complete information. You'll get more idea on this one. So they are saying here different methods, but not necessarily we need to follow only these things. It's up to you. You are a teacher. You can go with the new concepts every day. So the students will be waiting for you in the class because you will come out with a new concept for today, for discussion, for teaching. It's up to you what method you're going to follow. But only thing is, in addition to the didactic lecture, what we used to follow every day, if you add something extra to that, if you add some spicy to that, the learning will be much better. That's the only thing you need to keep in mind. No need to mug up all these methods and then follow every method as it is. It's up to us. If it's up to us as a teacher, we can go with any new concept to the classroom for teaching them. I'm sure that students will enjoy for it. Okay, so that's what we need to do. And I can quickly go through one more. Hope all of you may be knowing Because no, what we need to do is like the blended teaching learning method means in addition to this didactic lectures, we need to ask the student to go through some online resources, online materials. And there are so many websites where the students can go and learn from online resources. And one of the important portal, the Government of India portal, I think you may be knowing that, the Swayam portal, where they can get some courses, they can learn on their own pace, not necessarily that they need to attend the class today morning 10 o'clock means 10 o'clock. On their own pace, they can watch the videos and they can learn the concept. Very important thing. And also they're going to get the certificate from a very renowned organizations in India, because all these lectures are conducted by the renowned institutes like IITs, IIMs, and maybe ICERs, NIPERs. So any renowned organization they're going to be conduct, even AICT having so many courses. So at the end of that course, if they attend and if they complete all the assignments and if they write the examination, there'll be one examination will be there for every course. If they complete that, they're going to be get a certificate as well. The students will be more interested nowadays on certificates, right? So they'll get the certificate, they can write in their CV, so that it's going to be an added value for them when they go to the job perspective. And here, if you can click the Swayam portal, it's a free online education coming from the Government of India, right? Maintaining by AICTE. Most of you may be knowing this one. Ongoing courses are 1,310, and this enrollment of students, you can see so many students, I think 4.6 crore plus already completed, and this many certificates they already issued, right? So here, if you can go, these things, I think these things we need to inform to the students. Students may not be knowing all these things, okay? Unless otherwise, if they have any seniors or any family members who are more educated, who knows all this, and tell them. Otherwise, as a teacher, we need to take a role to explain them, in addition to the classroom teaching, where all they can go and learn more on the topics. Okay, we need to, that's what is called as facilitation. Means we need to facilitate them to learn more than the classroom, so that no, they will have a better understanding on the topic. So that we need to do as a teacher. And I think if you can go here, category, very few are there for pharmacy as such. There are no courses for pharmacy as such, but maybe we can ask the student to go to this health sciences category. So currently only one is basic course on biomedical research is taking, in the sense it's upcoming. The people can enroll it, okay? But there are so many ongoing courses already. The time already over for enrolling in these courses. Maybe next year. So every time it will be starting from in the month of June, July, and they will be having time up to June, July, August to enroll into the course, any course. So the course will be there maximum for 3 months, and after the 3 months, one examination will be there. If they write the exam, it's up to them, not compulsory to write the examination. If they want the certificate, from this organization, they need to write the exam and then qualify. If they don't want certificate, they can freely attend all these courses. They can gain the knowledge. Only for certificate, they need to write the examination. Otherwise, it's not required. So here you can see like there are health related. There are so many courses available in this one. The basics of health promotion, and we can have some electrocardiogram interpretation, especially PharmD students and M.Pharm pharmacy practice students. If they know this one, they can participate better when they go to the hospital during the ward 1 participation, because they know how to read this ECG. It's somewhat complicated to read the ECG. If they know from this course how to read the ECG, and they can participate in the discussion, what's happening in the hospital at the bedside. Okay, so we have that one, and the fundamentals of research, that's coming from INI, and ICMR is having this program, NVCCP prescribing skills program, mainly meant for this medical students, and ethics review, like how the ethics committee will work in the hospitals, and even the systematic reviews. We have some courses are available. Introduction to systematic reviews for dental health professionals, it's available. Research methods in health promotion, it is available. And toxicology, there are some courses, right? So like this, there are different courses which are available under the health sciences. If they're interested in any other things also, they can go here and they can try to learn on their own. So some students will be there, they are not interested only in pharmacy. They want to try to go for different other domains in future after studying B pharmacy. So they can go to any one of these and they can try to learn on their own. Okay, if they're interested in some maths and sciences, there are some courses. And even for teacher education, there are some courses which are available here, I think, for us, for teachers. there are some courses available. We can enroll. I think there are so many courses now under the enrollment phase. We can enroll them still, and then we can attend the courses and we'll get more idea. For example, you can see the pedagogy of science. Okay, so we can get different pedagogy of teaching learning, and you can see there's a teaching learning course also. Whatever we are talking now in the last 4-5 days, the same thing is already available as an online course from IGNU, Indira Gandhi National Open University, right? So from there's already courses available. It's going to be I think starts 15/7/2024. They mentioned enrollment in 31 August. I'm not sure why it's still available in the upcoming only. You can just check it once. If it is open, you can enroll and you can start attending, because anyway, it is not that they are going to come and teach online. Already recorded lectures will be available. We need to just watch the recorded lectures, and they will give some assignments. We need to go through the assignments and then complete the assignments. And if you want the certificate, they will give you a date for exam. For example, here the exam date is 7th December 2024. They will give you the center nearby to your hometown, and we can go there and write the examination. Then we are going to get the certificate. I think for that they will charge 1,000 rupees something. So they will charge, so that we can get the certificate, and we can say that at least we are certified learner for this particular course. Especially from the Swayam portal, it is having a very good importance nowadays. If you say that from Swayam portal you learn something, it's really good, because they are following a very advanced teaching methodologies in the Swayam portal as per this National Education Policy 2020. So in the NEP 2020 also, there is so much mentioned about blended teaching and innovative teaching learning methodologies. We need to use them. And the flexibility in choosing the courses in every program, like bachelor's in pharmacy, master's in pharmacy. Now we are giving some flexibility to the students only. In addition to the common courses, they can choose some other courses if they want to learn. So that's what is currently available in the as per NEP 2020. So people are following that one. Many universities already started following that. So like this, I think slowly we want to try to improve the teaching learning of the students, so that we can increase the participation of students in the teaching learning methodologies. And apart from this one, based on my experience of teaching PharmD and MPharm pharmacy practice in the last 12 years, and what I understood is like for PharmD especially, there are some other methods we can use them in addition to didactic lectures. What I used to take them when I was teaching 5th year pharmacoepidemiology, pharmacoeconomics. There's something called journal club discussion, a very important one. Like whatever we are teaching in the classroom, they can practically feel when we take any article and then explain them, and then we can show them that this is what the calculation performed in the article, and like this we need to interpret the results, and like this we are going to get the conclusion. So if we can start explaining all these things to them by taking any article, like what we'll do that we will give one article to the student, they'll make a presentation, they'll make the PPT, and they will present in front of all, including the students, teachers, everyone. And then followed by, we can have a discussion like what are the merits and demerits of this article, what you understand from the article basically, either what of the information what we're getting from this article can we really follow in our regular healthcare system. So all these things we are going to be discussed, so that it will be like a real-time experience for them, in addition to what we taught them in the classroom. If you can show them this is what is going to be happening in the real time, they will get more idea, they'll be more engaged, and they are going to be learn much better than with the normal only didactic lectures. So that's the one we used to follow. That's called a journal club discussion. And in addition to that, there are two more things we used to follow, like the problem-based learning and then case-based learning. The problem-based learning, in the sense we are going to give some problems, and by solving the problem, they can learn on their own. I think that can be possible in some kind of kinetics when we are studying, when we are teaching them. And then especially in the pharmacoeconomics, when we're teaching them, we have some problems and we can give them, so they can solve those problems and they can learn. And the other one is a case-based learning. The case-based learning is very important once again for PharmD students, especially for therapeutics when we're teaching them. At the end of every topic, for example, hypertension, the topic you taught them, at the end of that, if you can take up some cases, a 50-year-old male patient coming from a village, he's having hypertension from past 5 years, and he's using a telmisartan 40 mg regularly. but still the BP is not in control. Okay, so what medication you're going to choose for him, for this patient, if there are patients are available? So then student will start thinking what need to be given to this person, and he will start applying the concept what he learned in the classroom, right? So like this, we can increase the perception of the student on a particular topic, and we can increase uh, the student can be more participated in the classroom discussion by keeping all this blended teaching learning methodologies. So in addition to blended, in addition to this computer based the educational material, we can start using any other techniques in addition to didactic. We can call it as a blended. It's not always necessary that we need to use only the computer based one. Anything you can start using in addition to this normal didactic lectures, we can basically call it as a didactic, means the blended teaching learning methodology, and that can improve the participation of the student in the classroom, and overall the basic teaching learning methodology means teaching learning is going to be more improved. So that's what I think without presentation. So I think today also it gone like a blended teaching only. From the websites we have seen some, and then some documents, so and my own experience, and so hope it is, I think, gave you some more understanding about this, the theme of this FTP program. If you have any questions, or maybe we can have more discussion on this topic if any teachers are interested further. Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, sir. Dear participants, if you are having any query regarding the topic, that is SWAYAM or blended teacher techniques, you can clarify them with Krishna Undela, sir.
So I'm very happy to hear from you. If you can speak, open up your mic and then speak. And not necessary. I know that maybe there may be so many senior professors and teachers, or maybe even juniors, having more ideas on this one. If you can share, it will be good for others as well, because it is not that I'm a resource person, I need to speak. All are resource persons here in this class, so all are teachers only. You can share your own experience, what you're following, and so others can follow the same thing. I'm open for discussion this session.
Anyone having queries, or if you want to discuss your ideas, please.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
Sir, my doubt is,
May I know your name and college, some other details? So
my name is E. Nagadipti, sir.
okay.
I'm calling from Dr. K.V. Subbareddy College, Kurnool.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yes, my concern is, you said, sir, like blended teaching, we need to have a discussion open in the classroom, and then we need to tell them to have a look at the review articles and everything.
Yes.
My concern is regarding that particular topic, we need to give them some time and let them understand the concept, and then we need to teach them, sir.
Yes. Not, I think may not be much more time. Give 1 day time. Today you go, tell them that tomorrow we are going to have this topic. Instead of directly going and giving them the surprise, okay, this is the topic for today. What we can tell them, that we inform them well before. Okay, from tomorrow, we're discussing this topic. Go through some material, any material. You can tell them some standard material. These are all the sites maybe you can go through, get more understanding. You can tell them, because as an experienced person in that subject area, you can tell them, okay, these are the sources you can go through. Let them go through. They will certainly go through. When you tell them that, go through and come, because they know that tomorrow we are going to ask the questions, and then if someone answer, they're going to be getting some name and fame in the classroom. They'll certainly do that. So they'll go through and then come. And tomorrow also, next day when we start teaching also, instead of directly going to the board, means board or maybe the PPT, we can have some kind of discussion, maybe for 10-15 minutes, more than sufficient. 10-15 minutes, we can ask one student, tell me what you understand on this topic. They will say something, maybe and follow to that, maybe other students will say something. So the classroom will be very active. I feel in the 45 minutes class, at least 15 minutes if you spend for this discussion, and maximum half an hour is sufficient for this didactic, like class, the PPT one or maybe board one. I think the class is going to be very, very active. And I don't think so any one student is going to be asleep in the classroom. It will be more interesting.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else, please?
Sir, your presentation is so nice, sir. And generally you gave some of the general aspects like Swayam and all these things, sir.
Okay.
Especially now the faculty it is very much required. Swayam, RPT, NPTL, all these things are very much required to improve their knowledge.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Mm.
And these portals are not only for students,
Exactly, sir.
for the faculty also. Certainly, we need to go through all this, and then even our basically, sir. My perception is like, no, we are the one, the lifelong learners. As a
Yes,
teacher,
sir.
we should be the
Exactly.
lifelong learner.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
If we are not learning new things, how we can teach the students?
Yes,
And
sir.
first of all, we are the one. Do not depend completely on the books, because I feel the books will have very old information. We are the one should be updating ourselves what is happening right now, and go and talk to them, sir. What is happening in Bangladesh currently as a first topic? They'll be, I think, all will be excited instead of directly starting them. No, oncolytics and pharmacology. If you start something with the class, so all people will wake up, and then no, we can have more active participation. So these are all the things as a teacher I think we need to adapt, and then start doing these things. So then I'm sure it's going to be changed completely, the teaching learning aspects.
Thank you so much, sir, for your presentation and we for updating our faculty regarding SWAYAM and other blending techniques. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Please let me share here your certificate of appreciation, sir. Sir, can you see the?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for being a resource person for fifth day FDP, sir, in association with IPA Gudalero local branch. And thank you, sir. And I'll post you the thank letter and the photos and consent the certificate, sir.
Sure,
I'll share it to you. Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much.
All the participants have already posted attendance link in the Zoom, and you'll be having hardly 15 to 20 minutes. So please give your attendance and sign out. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Principal, sir.
Oh, thank you, madam. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sparing your valuable time.
My pleasure. Thank you for calling me.
Sure,
I had a good discussion with the faculty. Glad to meet all of you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, sir.
ఉందా
ఫోన్ మీరు గుడ్లవల్లేరు కాలేజ్ అటెండ్ అవుతున్నారా? అంటే దానికి అటెండెన్స్ లింక్ పంపుతున్నారు కదా, అదే నేను మేడంకి పంపాను. సిగ్నేచర్ ఒకటి అప్లోడ్, అటెండెన్స్ లింక్ పంపాను.